I say we, I am the passenger. I do get some luxuries. Darling, are you done with driving? Yes, he's done with driving. Anyway, we are off to pick up a cow who has lost some condition, and yeah, apparently it's us or, you know, yeah. Anyway, apparently, yeah, we're its last resort. So anyway, we're going to go pick her up, and I guess we'll see what transpires. It is a very grey and miserable day today. It's a Tuesday. I won't lie, this is an incredibly stressful situation to in temporarily. The little one, we're still waiting on. Alright, so we are now returning home after going to pick up 3 cows. Honey, how do you feel that went?
It was not smooth sailing.
Jay, how do you think it went?
I think it went. It went.
It went? Not smoothly? No, definitely not.
We came for 1 cow.
Ended up with 3. So Coco and her brother Fudge and her son Smudge. And we did do the gentle approach, which is opening the gate and getting them to follow feed, and it kind of worked, and then it backfired, and then Smudge decided to go for a run around the 125-acre property in the bush. And it's cold. It's very cold. And usually, like, when things get frustrating, John's like, that's it. That's it, we're out. Whereas he's out there doing stuff, and I'm like, no. I'm just watching going, you guys are all silly running around the bush like that. I'm just going to stand here going, this is not working. Anyway, Coco's a lovely girl, and managed to coax her very gently with some loose ends. She was very interested in that hay. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. But yeah, once she got in, and she felt calm enough, and then her brother followed and went, oh, she seems to think it's all right in there, and her son
In
like,
about
yeah,
10 kilometres, turn left onto High
food,
Street.
maybe some new milk. Anyway, ta-da, they're in the car. We're not in the car.
No, they're not with me.
Hello.
They're in the float at the back. And I am just like crazy. Like, that was crazy. I was shaking. I'm like, this is
3.5 hour trip.
what do you mean, to get here and then to the time there? And yeah, we're gonna get home and it's gonna be just on getting dark, and that's what we didn't want, but that's what has happened. That's what's transpired, and we have to just deal with it because we have 3 cows in the back. Can't just open the door and go, oh well, have a good life, guys.
It's the best birthday present ever.
It's
Yes,
Jay's birthday
J-Bob's
today.
birthday.
Say happy birthday! Not you don't have to. I'm telling everyone at home who's watching to say happy birthday. So Barbara will say happy birthday. I'm sure. Yes. Yeah. And probably my niece Haley. So yeah. Okay. So the adrenaline. Yeah. Anyway, it's just.
Calm down.
I have to try not to swear. All right. Bye, guys.
You're doing very well.
Oh, thank you. Bye, bye. Morning, lovey. Coming out to check on these guys and see how they went with their first night on the farm. So, you know, it wasn't ideal dropping them off in the dark, but we didn't have a choice because that's what time we got home. And yeah, I mean, we watched them for a while in the dark, but it is hard to see. Good morning, guys. This is Coco. Can't see her properly because of the glare of the sun behind. So Ferdinand, who's being called Fudge, so Fudge and Smudge, who we're going to call Ferdy, and Klaus. Hi, Klaus. Hello, darling. So this guy is the brother of Coco, brother and sister. Klaus here is Coco's baby, and at some stage when Coco's mother died. Oh, hello. When their mother died, she actually started producing milk and feeding her brother. She's about 3 years old, so I'm not sure at what stage that started. But yeah, anyway, this little kid here is not related to these two. He's not a product of these two. These two are both castrated, and yeah, I'm curious to see what they think of the place. Good morning. Good morning, Coco and Co. Coco and Co. Got the family. So yeah, anyway, this thing on his nose, we've got to get it off. It's called a bull ring. And it's been put on there. You're okay, darling. To stop him from drinking on Coco. So Coco's, we're in a drought here in Victoria. Well, we have been. And there's been a real scarcity of hay and feed for these guys, which is why they've come here. Because Coco's lost a bit of weight, which is natural, I guess, when they're feeding their babies. But, more so, they need more nutrients when they're feeding. But she's obviously not been getting enough. Hello. So we're going to get that thing off your nose, Ferdy. But we're going to work out how to stop you from feeding off your sister. No. Younger sister. They're not like direct, like they weren't born at the same time. They're about a year apart. Is that right, Ferdinand? Hello, darling. You're Fudge. Hey, Fudgy Fudge. Over here we have Tisea, just stripping the bark off of our trees. Morning, Tissy. How's that tree taste? We're lucky that they seem to be surviving because the goats can't ring bark the trees because they can't get their head around the other side. So, fingers crossed. So far it looks like they're not actually killing the trees. Oh, that's nice. Coco's licking the mineral block. Good morning. Oh, no. So to give a little bit more context, we were on a holiday, right? First holiday in 4 years, and we get these messages that there's this cow that really needs sanctuary because she's losing a lot of weight, feeding her baby, and scarcity and not enough money to feed, etc. And we thought we were just going to go pick up Coco. We didn't really understand the full situation, but as you can see, there's 3, not 1. And it's getting tough. Like, it's tough. We've got a lot of animals to care for. How cute are these two? This is Vincent and Valentina, and this is what they're doing. They're waiting for the sun to warm them up. See, goats don't like the cold at all. So any ray of sun, they'll bask in it. Good morning, Chew. They'll bask in it until they warm up enough. So all the goats are kind of at a standstill around the farm. We've got Tilly waiting. Oh, Brimsley's waiting. Who's in there? Pierre's inside the IBC tank. Francesca. And then we've got the guys in the
Okay, we're trying something new. So we have...
Damn it.
Can't try it. Okay, yeah, so we have a baler that's broken. And obviously a lot of money, we want to use it. And so now we're trying to roll it onto the trailer and then roll it into the paddock. Well, drive it into the paddock and just drop it off. How do you think this would go? I don't think it'll go well. So one of the Oaten round bales busted when John tried to move it. So given it's worth like $1 million and I just dropped one bit on the ground and went, oh no, I just lost 20 bucks worth of hay. Yeah, waste not, want not. So we're just going to have to bring it. John's just got a chunk of it at the moment, bringing it out for these guys.
yeah, it's just going to be chipping away bit by bit. Like it's, yeah, like I said, can't waste any of it. Hey Ferdinand, what do you think? Would you let me come and take that thing out of your nose? Let's have a look. Take two. Here's another episode of Cooking in the Kitchen with Deb. So tonight I'm making a tofu coconut lime dish. Now this dish is not pretending to be something it's not. It's not masquerading as a certain cuisine. I suppose it is inspired by a Thai cuisine. It's not a curry. It's a very saucy, delicious, yummy plant-based tofu dish. Now I am making this. I was going to make this anyway, but I'm deliberately filming this because my friend Nat made it the other night and just went, I don't know what went wrong, so I'm filming it so that she can go, oh, okay, you know, it's like a little bit of a, you know, instruction guide how to make this dish. Anyway, so one thing that I am adamant now about these days now, when anyone ever tells you to dice your tofu, I'll never dice it, because if you break the tofu up into chunks, it allows you to actually reveal like a million tiny little surfaces where sauce and flavor gets soaked up into. And if you cut it straight, it's like it doesn't allow the flavor to kind of penetrate into the tofu. So tiny. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm not supposed to let the dogs in until after I've cleared the kitchen. Tiny's in, Teddy's in. Anyway, so I'm breaking the tofu up into chunks, into bite-sized chunks, because that is definitely, in my opinion, the best way to enhance the flavor of your dish and allow that flavor, like I said, to soak in. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep breaking this up. Just so you can see what I'm talking about, like when you break up the tofu into, you tear it instead of cutting it, you know, you get so much more surface area as opposed to like you just cut it, right? And then you've just got this flat, oh, where am I? Flat surface. So yeah, if you are attempting tofu for the first time and you're new to it and you're trying to work out how to make it its best version, this is how you're gonna do it. Right, so I don't know if you can see this properly because it's really hard for me still to work out the angle on this camera, but I've pre-chopped the garlic and the ginger, and I historically will completely ignore whatever quantity of ginger that they recommend, because I love ginger, and I and Farmer John, I'm pretty sure, we'll ask him later, don't think you can have too much ginger. So when it said 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, I did a lump, a decent sized lump. I'd say it's probably about 2 to 3 teaspoons. So, but yeah, that's just how I roll with my ginger. Now I'm pretty sure I haven't done this one before. I know I haven't done this one before, but it's just another recipe that I found on social media where I've got the ingredients, but I don't have the actual process, but it's a really, really simple one. And this is, I love this dish because it is so easy and quick. So really, you're gonna fry your aromats in the pan. So we've got ginger and garlic, and slightly different. It's like if you're cooking a curry, normally then you would chuck in your spices and you would fry your spices to bring out the flavor in them. But in this one, it's you're really just adding it for like a sprinkle of flavor. So in this one, we're going to be cooking the garlic and ginger, and then we're going to put in the coconut milk. Well, this is coconut cream. So this is something I've had to adapt to lately. I always had my brand of coconut milk. Hey, get down. Until I learned that, you know, what they do to monkeys in Thailand and Indonesia or Malaysia, and what they do to monkeys to get coconut. So anyway, this is an ethical coconut cream that we've started using And yeah, so you just cook the coconut cream in the pan and then you add in the spices. Oh, wait, I'm missing a really pivotal step, which is cooking the tofu. And this is so crazily delicious and simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pan fry it in oil and soy sauce, and that's it. And it's wonderful. Okay, so whilst I'm waiting, I'm just waiting for the oil to heat up in the pan. I'm gonna prep my spices. So what are we working with here? Teaspoon. Okay. So we've got, I probably should have prepped this. So we've got 1 teaspoon, cayenne pepper. Now I'm also feeding Jade tonight, so I might give the cayenne pepper a miss. Not sure. It's pretty spicy, cayenne. So a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now normally I go a little bit heavy with the extra spices or the extra herbs. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, these things, the extra flavor. But with this dish, I've made it pretty much according to the recipe, and it's really yummy. So I don't want to mess with it because the creaminess of the coconut and then the zestiness of the lemon alone are really quite a powerful combination, and I don't want to mess around with that too much. So you're just really adding like a hint of extra flavor in the background. So teaspoon of garlic, teaspoon of powder, teaspoon of paprika. And when I read paprika, I immediately always go to smoky paprika because it's my favorite, and we also have that in bulk. And a teaspoon of dried parsley, something I don't usually stock. Oh, and I had to buy it for this recipe because we either usually run with fresh herbs, but certainly not dried parsley. But anyway, I bought that dried parsley for this recipe. And what have we got? Salt and pepper to taste. So that one I never measure. I just do my, decent sized pinch of salt. And I'm just gonna go with a little dash of white pepper because I am not a black pepper fan at all. Sorry about that, John, my darling husband. Right, so I'm gonna start. Oh God, I dropped tofu on the floor before. That's 3 pieces that I've lost. 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna drop, not on the floor, into the pan, the torn up pieces of tofu. And I'm just going to cook it with the soy sauce. So it's a tablespoon of soy sauce, so that's pretty easy to eyeball. I tend to add a bit extra as well, just because I want to make sure I coat all of that tofu nicely. But yeah, you're pretty much just cooking it until you notice that a change in the outside of the tofu, where it's kind of formed like a little bit of a skin, and that the tofu has softened. So right now, this is firm tofu. No, like probably 90% of my cooking is done with firm tofu. We always have so many blocks. I just said to John before, because we bought some more in the latest food shop. I said we need to run with at least 5 blocks of tofu in the fridge at any given time, because I just cook with it so often. It's so versatile. You can really do anything with it, and you know, I love it. I think it's great. Great source of protein, and yeah, really, like I said, versatile. I'm just repeating myself here, so I'm just going to let that cook for a bit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this from here, but it's starting to brown. The tofu is starting to brown, and it's got like a little bit of a, I don't know if I can lift it up without it falling, but like a little bit of a skin forming on the top of the tofu. So that's, yeah, starting to, I reckon it's almost ready. It's gonna, really soft. I'm just gonna add a little bit more soy, because I like to be extra. Alright, and we're back. So, gonna fry up some garlic and ginger. everyone thinks. Hello.
Hello.
Big day we've had, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Rain.
And not being able to get hay
Yeah.
because the trailer's not working.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, all right, anyway, down to the serious question. Like, this is, you've had this before, but I have not captured it on film to let, you know, to know what you think. So, also, it's different noodles. So the last noodles that I made were pad thai noodles. They are both rice noodles.
Very good.
Very good. That's a good response. Wonderful. No, I've got a mouthful of food. All right. Now, I do know that Farmer John loves this dish. But I mentioned before that I put, like, chuck a lot of extra ginger in. I want to know if you can tell, if you love it, if you have no idea.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Yeah. This,
Can I taste the extra ginger? Not really.
okay.
I like the noodles.
What do you think of that?
Maybe
Yeah, good.
because
You're drinking a Ginger Joe.
I'm gingered up.
Ginger John is
You're
drinking
also
Ginger Joe.
And ginger.
There's a ginger sitting next to you.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of
Ginger's
ginger going on here.
Yeah.
So do you prefer those noodles or the other ones? Ah, there you go. They're more like your Maggi noodles, right? Maggi?
Megorian?
Yeah, but they're okay. Whatever. Okay,
Not in
whatever.
the slightest.
Okay, well, good to know you like them. Do you prefer these noodles, honey?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, good. Excellent. All right, bye. Sitting on the ground in the goat paddock, which is something you can't do when it's really, really cold and wet. It's like mud, but yeah, just that little bit of sun. Everyone seems much happier. I don't know if you can see anyone out there. All by the tree guard. Can't zoom in. I'm tired. Really tired today. And I'm a beautiful girl. She's so beautiful. Apparently, Agatha here must be on heat because she has all the boys chasing her. Now, everyone here is castrated. All the boys are castrated. So there's no chance of having baby goaties, no little kids. But they must still feel the feelings, you know, which is why they're all chasing. Oops, sorry, they're all chasing her around the paddock. Go, you're so pretty. And she's not impressed. Oh yeah, Agatha. She's away from everyone right now. There's some of the culprits over there. This is very exciting. Am I allowed to stand on this with my gumboots? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna take my gumboots off. Well, this is something for us. So this courtyard here, I've mentioned previously, has been destroyed by many feathered animals, and yeah, and also this whole walkway here is really slippery and muddy when it rains, or even just when it's, you know, dewy or whatever overnight. So John's currently laying down the weed mat, and I've just walked past it. Did I mention I was tired? And this is all granitic soil that we're going to put down, and it'll be our pathway. It means that when we're coming down here to do all the feeds for the animals in the morning, that we won't almost fall on our butt, which happens so often. So often. But yeah, this is exciting. I'll have to check in with you later.
Diva. Just taking you guys through the plan, the extension of your yard. So, first step and the easiest step is just to open up this section here, because the wiring is pretty average. I went cheap. I think I've spoken about using cheap wire before. and it was on the bottom 2 lines here. No good. No good, sweetheart. So just fix up the next yard. That's step 1, and then step 2 is letting these guys out into these next 2 paddocks. A bit more fun, but in order to do that, as you can see, there's no wire, so I'll have to put some wire across the front and up into this section here. Sorry if I'm boring everyone, but I'll do some strainer posts and a gate similar to this. So that they're the strainer posts. Okay, so they hold all the tension in the wire. So I'm going to have a gate right here, right across here, and then that'll be all fenced in. That way these guys can come in their area and into these paddocks, in order to let these other guys come along the back, because we have a section up here. It's a bit of a wasteland really, and yeah, we don't have a lot of land, so we might as well utilize it. So they'll be able to come all the way down here. As you can see the gate at the top. So they'll come all the way down here. And then down into here. And there'll be a gate, another gate, which will separate these 2. Oh, my hand will separate the 2 lots of horses. For now, we'll see how they get along, and yeah, hopefully it'll work out okay. She's busting. As you can see, look at this shitty wire. Oh, cheap and nasty stuff. So I've got to redo that. Step 1. Okay, Dave.
Oh, just don't mind me not being able to catch my breath at the moment, but this is always a very, very exciting, happy moment, isn't it, Jew? Hello. Herbie always gets to go on top, but first time getting around out with Coco, Ferdinand and Klaus. They have, they understand exactly what's going on. Excuse me. They wouldn't. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Hi, Ferdinand. Hi, Klaus. Hello, Bump Bump. Hey, guys. Yes, I've managed to undo the screw on the end of the ring in Ferdinand's nose, but without actually containing him, like setting up a panelled yard, chasing him in there, and then forcefully trying to get out of his nose. We're just, we're mindful that we don't want to just stress him out too much after he's just moved here. So, look, the nut at the end's been unscrewed. There is a screw still in there. We're just going to work. We're going to chip away. Every time we get closer to him, we're just fiddling. We're hoping to get it out really soon. So, in the meantime, it's a plastic clamp. It's not screwed through his nose or anything. It's not piercing or anything, which we still want it out, but it's not as harmful as it looks. I don't know if you can hear Mozart in the background. We've never had a goat sound just quite like him before. Hi, Harry. He sounds very tormented. Hi, guys. What do you think? What do you think, Ferdy? Hey, Fudge. This is something you don't see every day, and this is a work in progress, and I can't talk long because we are still in the middle of a big operation, but we're trying to get around out to the sheep, and we have got a trough and some chaff and some pellets, and oh my God, wish us luck. All right, mission success, except for Jacob, who ran out, but that's okay. He's about to come back in. But we have not put a round in this paddock since we lost Goose, one of our sheep he got his leg stuck in the hay ring, and he was on the other side of the hay ring, so walking past you couldn't see him from the gate. We didn't know. By the time we found him, he'd lost too much blood supply, and we had some issues with getting assistance to him anyway. By the time we were able to get someone who considered his life worth saving, it was too late. So something I don't like talking about because it hurts me deeply, but this is essentially, you know, wasteful, very wasteful to put a hay round out without a ring, because every bit of hay that falls on the ground, potentially they'll poop and wee on it and then they won't eat it. But you know what? You just got to do what you got to do, right? Oh my gosh, Lila! Come on, Lila! Oh, Lenny! Hi, Lenny, man! Anyway, in the meantime, I think the others are pretty satisfied. Let's go have a look. Hello, Spring, baby. Hi, Nakoa. Oh, sorry. Disco. Hi, Disco. Sorry, Disco. Sunena. Ah, there you go, Frenchie. Hi, Frenchie. These guys are pretty happy. Are you happy? We put a lot of chaff and pellets in there for them. So it's a supplementary feed. And we're actually going to set up a whole new system in the sheep paddock where we're going to do a supplementary feed every other day, so that they're getting extra nutrients. Because you start a farm sanctuary and you take in a couple of animals and you think you've got it, and then you get more, and then everything changes, and then like it's ever evolving. You've got to evolve if you want to have healthy, happy animals that are going to live long lives. You've got to evolve. You can't just think and be complacent and think what you're doing is enough. It's not, especially when you're increasing the number of animals in your care. So anyway, it's a bloody miserable day. It started off nice, I think. I'm pretty sure it was sunny this morning. Oh, I can't remember. Yesterday was sunny. Anyway, time to go inside. It is raining, and that is, yeah, big day today. Sorry, I'm yelling. Trying to work out projecting my voice outdoors, but I'm just whatever. Being a dickhead. All right, bye. I'm gonna try and film this for a second, except that I'm being attacked by Eddie. Intense. I call him Intenso. Ow! Intenso Eddie. Hi, Lucy. Hey, beautiful. Just wanted to show you the hard work they've put in last night at eating all of this round of hay. That's wonderful for them. A little bit frightening for us. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of hay. It's a lot of money. But this is where we're at. Good morning, Phil. Phil has lately not been after me, which is nice. Not like Eddie, stop it. All right, I think we're gonna call it quits there and say goodbye. As much as I don't want to put my face on the camera after, again, shower, no makeup on. But anyway, I just wanted to end the week with saying I feel like I'm being followed. I actually am being followed by quite a few pigs here. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Alfie. Yep. Anyway, good morning, Jimba. Anywho, hopefully we'll get there. And I just want to say, oh, who's this? Oh, Nina. She's chopping for a belly rub. Oh my goodness, Nina. Hang on. Hello, my darling. Hello, my darling. Good morning, Nina. Good morning, darling. Good morning, Alfie. All right, guys. I don't have your brekkie on me, all right? I know I don't. Hi, Jimbo. Hi, Alfie. Okay. This is, yeah, all right. Catch you guys next week.